Hello students, we have learnt in the second part of the lesson matter in our surroundings, the three states of matter and the arrangement of particles in different states of matter. Can matter change its state? We all know that water can exist in three states: solid, liquid and gaseous state. What happens inside the matter during this change of state? What happens to the particles of matter during the change of states? How does this change of state take place? Let us try to understand this. Take some ice pieces in a beaker and heat it. On heating, ice changes its state from solid to liquid. Continue heating. On further heating, water changes its state from liquid to gaseous state. Why? Because on increasing the temperature of solids, the kinetic energy of the particles increases. The energy supplied by heating overcomes the force of attraction between the particles. So, the particles leave their position and start to move freely. In this temperature, the solid melts or ice melts and is converted into a liquid. This temperature is called the melting point of ice. Let us define melting point. The temperature at which a solid melts to become a liquid at the atmospheric pressure is called its melting point. Define melting point. The temperature at which a solid melts to become a liquid at the atmospheric pressure is called its melting point. The process of change of solid state into liquid state is known as fusion. Ice is in the solid state. It is converted into liquid state, water. The process of change of solid state into liquid state is known as fusion. Define fusion. The process of change of solid state into liquid state is known as fusion. During the melting of ice, the temperature does not change till all the ice melts. The heat energy is absorbed by ice without showing any increase in temperature. It gets hidden into the contents of the beaker and is known as latent heat, or it is called the hidden heat. Take little ice in a beaker and suspend a thermometer, laboratory thermometer, so that its bulb is in contact with the ice. Heat it. Note the temperature in the thermometer. Heat it. On heating, the ice melts. Observe the reading in the thermometer. The temperature does not increase in the thermometer. During the melting of ice, the temperature does not change till all the ice melts. Why? Because the heat energy is absorbed by ice without showing any increase in temperature. The heat energy is absorbed by the ice to change state from solid to liquid state. The heat energy supplied is used to change the state of ice into liquid. So it is called hidden heat and is known as latent heat. The hidden heat is known as latent heat. Let us define latent heat of fusion. How can we define latent heat of fusion? Consider, I have 1 kg of ice. Students, observe the screen. To convert it from solid to liquid state, some amount of energy is needed. That is, for the melting of ice, some amount of energy is needed. The energy needed is in the form of heat. The amount of heat energy required is called latent heat of fusion. Now, let us define latent heat of fusion. The amount of heat energy required to change 1 kg of a solid into liquid at atmospheric pressure at its melting point is known as the latent heat of fusion. The amount of heat energy required to change 1 kg of a solid into liquid at atmospheric pressure at its melting point is known as the latent heat of fusion. Fusion is the change of state from solid to liquid. So, it is melting point. Students, please note, at its melting point, melting of ice from solid state to liquid state. Learn this definition. It is very important for the exam. Boiling point. Define boiling point. The temperature at which a liquid starts boiling at the atmospheric pressure is known as its boiling point. The temperature at which a liquid starts boiling at the atmospheric pressure is known as its boiling point. The boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. We boil water at home for drinking purpose. We boil milk at home. On lighting the gas, these liquids does not start to boil immediately. We have to supply heat energy for a certain time. Then the liquid starts to boil. This is the experience from daily life. During boiling, the particles gain energy to change the state from liquid to vapor state. So, we can conclude that the state of matter can be changed into another state by changing the temperature. When ice is heated, it changes its state from solid to liquid state. When water is heated, it changes its state from liquid to vapor state or gaseous state. It is called evaporation. On condensation, on decreasing the temperature, it changes its state from gas to liquid state. On further decreasing the temperature, it changes its state from liquid to solid state. Substances around us change their state from solid to liquid and from liquid to gas on application of heat. But there are some substances that change their state directly from solid state to gaseous state without changing into the liquid state. To understand this, let us see an activity. Materials required: a candle, matchbox, camphor, naphthalene balls. Take some camphor, crush it. Observe it. It is in the solid state. Heat it. When it is heated, it changes its state from solid to gaseous state without converting into liquid state. Students, observe the change in a state. It changes its state from solid to gaseous state without converting into liquid state. This process is known as Sublimation. Take some naphthalene balls, crush it. Heat it in a flame. Students, observe the change in its state. It changes state from solid to gas without converting into liquid state. It changes state from solid to gas. Is it clear to you? Yes. Let us define sublimation. A change of state directly from solid to gas without changing into liquid state is known as sublimation. The substances which undergo sublimation are known as sublimates. Example, camphor, naphthalene balls. Camphor is used to do puja. Naphthalene balls are used to keep away the cockroaches. It is clear that on increasing the temperature, substances change their state. Let us see the effect of change of pressure. Observe this figure. By applying pressure, particles of matter can be brought close together. Students, observe this figure. The particles of matter can be brought together. In a gas cylinder, applying pressure and reducing temperature can liquefy gases. LPG, it is called liquefied petroleum gas. By applying pressure and reducing temperature can liquefy gases. Have you heard of solid carbon dioxide gas? It is stored under high pressure. Solid carbon dioxide gets converted directly to gaseous state on decrease of pressure without coming into liquid state. This is the reason that solid carbon dioxide is also known as dry ice. Students, please note. Evaporation, the phenomena of change of a liquid into vapor at any temperature below its boiling point is called evaporation. Define evaporation. The process of change of a liquid into vapors at any temperature below its boiling point is called evaporation. Let us see the factors affecting evaporation. First factor, an increase of surface area. When the surface area increases, rate of evaporation increases. So, we spread the clothes. When we spread the clothes for drying, the surface area increases. As a result, rate of evaporation increases, so the clothes dry up fast. While drinking tea in a cup and saucer, in the cup the surface area is less. In the saucer, the surface area is more. So, we pour the tea to the saucer. When the surface area increases, rate of evaporation increases. Second factor, an increase of temperature. When the temperature increases, the particles get enough kinetic energy to go into the vapor state. So, the rate of evaporation increases. Third factor is a decrease in humidity. When the humidity decreases, rate of evaporation increases. Humidity is the amount of water vapor present in air. In the rainy season, clothes take more time to dry because there is an increase in humidity. Fourth factor is an increase in wind speed. When the speed of the wind increases, evaporation increases. Clothes dry faster in a windy day because as the wind speed increases, rate of evaporation also increases. Let us list the factors affecting evaporation. First factor is an increase of surface area. Second factor is an increase of temperature. Third factor is a decrease in humidity. Fourth, an increase in wind speed. Please note these points. What happens when you pour some acetone or nail polish remover on your palm? You feel cooling effect, because the particles gain energy from your palm or surroundings and evaporate, causing the palm to feel cool. Substances which show cooling effect are petrol, surgical spirit, etc. Why should we wear cotton clothes in a summer? Because cotton is a good absorber of water. It helps in absorbing the sweat and exposing it to the atmosphere for easy evaporation. Students, please note. Why do we see water droplets on the outer surface of a glass containing ice cold water? Students, do you have this experience? Give reason. Tell me why. This is because the water vapor present in air, on coming in contact with the cold glass of water, loses its energy and gets converted to liquid state, which we see as water droplets. Here we completed the lesson Matter in Our Surroundings. Thank you.